Good afternoon, El Paso. Welcome to FSEN Daily. I'm your host, Steve Howard. And we've had some awesome days this week in high school basketball and soccer. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to start here with the boys. As the boys finished up their district play and ended the regular season. And we're going to take a look at the standings here. You can see the 3-4A standings. 4-1A standings. You got a tie between Harmony Science and Austin High School. I don't think there's going to be a seeding game unless those two fall into that big school, small school category together. So I think they're going to be co-district champions. I'll be interested to see how that pans out, but I think that's what's going to happen. Then you have Isleta. Well, they will be co-district champions, but as far as who gets the top seed, I think they're large school, small school, so they'll be split up. And 2-4A, Isleta wins the district championship, going 10-0, undefeated. They beat Riverside last night in a very interesting ball game. Oh, that's not what I want. Hold on. There we go. Get some of these scores up rolling. And they won last night. Isleta boys won against I'm all over the place, against Riverside, 49-45. Like we said, it was going to be a tough game. I think that went into triple overtime last night for those guys. And so kudos to Isleta on getting the win and pulling off the undefeated season. Next, we want to look at is 1-5A, where Chapin finishes up 10-0, goes undefeated, and that logjam kind of cleared itself out last night as Andres finishes second at 7-3, Canyon Teal 6-4, and El Paso High at 5-5. So those are the four teams that will be going to the playoffs, and Chapin won 74-17 last night against Jefferson. Canyon Teal beat Burgess 70-63. And then Andrews won 58-43 over El Paso to get their revenge after they lost early in the season. And let's move up to 2-5A, where Americas had a perfect season at 12-0 in the district play. Del Valle did lose last night, but, that game really didn't have much in seeding play. And so they played a lot of seniors, but that still does not take away from what Bel Air was able to do in winning that game. Congratulations to Bel Air. But Del Valle and El Dorado, and then Hanks. I'm going to tell you guys something. Hanks, the last 2 weeks, really turned it on. They were out of the playoff picture, and they won, I think, their last 4 games to put themselves right back in the playoff hunt. So congratulations on Hanks on getting that 4th spot. And so that's going to close out the boys' basketball. Now, we're going to jump into the girls' basketball side here. And that was some really good games last night. You had Pebble Hills, who left town and played at a neutral site and won their first game against Midland 69-48. And so the whole talk of, El Paso and Midland schools, I think that's out of the window now on both the boys and the girls side and almost all sports, because we've shown that we can now beat them, and now it's just a matter of continuing to plug away at this thing. Congratulations to Clint, who won 37-26 against Irving. El Dorado loses to Chapin 47-32. and San Elizario beats Bowie 35-23. So congratulations to all you guys on winning your bi-district championships. Now, we're about to run a highlight, and this highlight is courtesy of Eastwood Athletics, their YouTube feed from the game last night. We were able to pull some highlights from that. So let's take a look here. As Eastwood, they really use defense to stay in control of this game, as they put the clamps on. They put the clamps on San Angelo and was able to take these turnovers and turn them into buckets. Continuous pressure the entire second half kept this game. I think the closest they got was to 8, but continuing to use turnovers to get buckets. So you see right here, transition layup out of turnover, finish at the cup. And then we go into execution here at the end. So Eastwood was able to execute to close this game out. They were holding the ball here, and then you can see them kind of execute. And as any coach will tell you, don't shoot it unless it's a layup. What do you have? Dime. That's a bucket there. And then execution at the end, they were able to handle this pressure. You can see right here, this is a picture-perfect transition press-breaking layup to finish the ball game. That gave them a 51-39 lead at the time, and they were going to win 51-41. Eastwood punches their ticket and advances on to the next round in the state playoffs. So congratulations to the Troopers as they win 51-41 over San Angelo. Now we're going to transition over to soccer, and we're going to take a look at the soccer districts and their standings right now. That's the girls, and now let's look at the boys. And that is our soccer wrap-up, folks. As we continue to get this daily show going, we're going to start adding more sports. We'll start talking about soccer more once the basketball playoffs ends. We'll start looking at those players and getting them depth in that. And then baseball as well. Baseball and softball starting up, so getting into that. And this weekend, you have the UIL state championships in wrestling going on. So we've got a lot of student athletes from the borderland going up there with legitimate chances at being state champions, some repeat state champions. And so congratulations to those young men and women as they make the trip up this weekend to compete, and good luck, Godspeed. And then we would be remiss if we didn't bring up the All-Star Showcase. Later this week, we will start sending out nominations to the high school coaches for both the boys and the girls for the senior showcase, and then we'll be reaching out to players for the Rising Star Showcase individually to let them know about that and get that information out to you guys. It's definitely going to be an exciting opportunity for student athletes here in the borderland as we continue to do our part to promote and market these student athletes and get them into the eyes of college coaches who are looking for student athletes that we have here, the caliber of athletes we have to play at their schools. And so I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of FSEN Daily. This has been Steve Howard. Thank you guys for tuning in. God bless you and have a great evening.